is it here? So, what have you been doing?
Nothing.
Last time I saw you, you were on the greatest pilot in the history of television. Which, by the way, they're letting me do a second one, but through Zoom.
Oh, cool.
So who knows how that's going to go? It won't be as great as the background of the alley that you and me and Alex had.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to thank you again for doing that, though, because that meant a lot to me. I knew you would come through in the clutch, dude, and you kicked ass. And that was a big – I need guests that can be funny and great, and you kicked ass, man. You made it great.
I appreciate it, man. No, I'm glad you thought of me, man. It made me feel good, so.
Because I was stalking you. I knew that you were working in the city. I'm like, who's available? And you're like –
literally, like 500 feet away was my office. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Nothing at all, really. Just I haven't done a thing in 2 months, and
that's not true. You've been killing it on Facebook.
Yeah, not for the next week. I'm banned for a week now.
Oh, I like when you get banned. You get fired up. I love watching the dynamic between you and your girl, where you're both you're the country. You two are the country. You're divided.
Exactly.
But you two actually do get along and respect each other. It was different than the country.
For the most part, yeah.
As much as you can, but it's great to watch that. I like the arguments that start from your statements because they're stupider than the argument. You know what I mean? You'll say something like, well, Trump did this again. Good for him. Take that, hongers or whatever. You're fun, right? That you're right. and then people are gonna go, hongers isn't even the best Chinese slang. It's chinks. And then people fight. You're like, how are you guys fighting worse?
Yeah,
how did this happen?
And then I had to spend an hour defending the Chinese slur that I used.
Yeah, and you're like, it wasn't even a Chinese slur. It was an Asian slur. I was being blanketly racist. I wasn't being specifically racist. How dare you?
Yeah, that's terrible.
I can't tell them apart. I don't know which flu I have.
I don't know whether they're from Korea, China, or Japan, China.
I don't know which China it's from. What zip code is South Korea, China? I don't even know. I like to send them a recipe book for not eating bat. That would help.
Yeah,
that would help a lot. Now, Mike, you've eaten a lot of things. Would you ever eat bat soup?
Not anymore. I would have probably been open to it about 6 months ago.
I would like to say I would have in front of some people. I would say, yeah, I'd try it. But when I saw that bat, it can't be sitting on the bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can tell, like, the first time I ever had rabbit, I didn't see the rabbit. It was in a stew. No one told me it was in it. I ate stew. I said it's great, and it's rabbit. If you showed me the cute rabbit, I wouldn't have eaten it.
If it had ears, I'm not eating it. If this thing had wings, I'm not eating it. If you throw the bat meat in some soup and it looks cooked, I'll eat it. And I'm sure it's delicious.
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not, because we would have found it. It would have been on the Food Network by now. Americans find the shit. We do.
Yeah, that's true.
We'd have an American version of it that Chinese restaurants would serve, and then real Chinese would be like, that's not even right. That's not how it tastes at home. That's not how it tastes in Seoul.
I just hope that with all the time they're spending on finding a vaccine, they're trying to find a more nutritious way to cook bat.
I don't think they're doing either.
Yeah.
I love the conspiracy. I first heard it on Tim Dillon's podcast, but I've heard it a bunch, that the Chinese have the vaccine. They're going to sell it to us. And when they give it to us, we all take it. It's actually a mechanism that will melt our brains once they turn on the 5.
I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know.
They are sneaky.
Yeah, exactly.
The Chinese are very sneaky. But they always have been.
Yeah, yeah.
I give them credit for being really good at fighting.
Yeah,
you know
they bombed Pearl Harbor.
They bombed all the pearls left the harbor. I heard about that. It was terrible. There was all these clams there, and then they dropped the bombs, and now nobody can make pearl necklaces for like 4 months. And Cuba Gooding Jr. was there. It was crazy.
There is an old adage, never trust a Chinaman, right? Isn't that a thing, I think?
Yes. And
they're always crouching outside their restaurants smoking cigarettes. Why are they always crouching?
Because they're tigers and they're hiding from dragons. That's what they do. They crouch.
The chef paper hat smoking cigarettes outside.
Yeah, never trust anyone who crouches. Softball catchers, Chinese people. I don't gotta people talking to the handicapped. They always crouch over, like, "Oh, are you okay?" You're in a wheelchair and they're just crouched over, petting you like you're a dumb pet.
Adorable little vegetable, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are you all right? Oh, you're little. Oh, look at you. Your legs don't work. Oh, is your penis functional? Is it? And they're grabbing it and pulling out like putty. Look at your little dick. Oh, it's adorable.
It doesn't work. It doesn't get hard.
Can I go with you to the Yankee game when you get your free tickets every year? I'll wheel you in. I want to go.
I don't want to wait in line at Disney World.
Yeah, I want to get on the rides that you can't ride.
Yeah.
You have your own ride. It's attached to you the entire time.
Exactly.
Who do you blame for this? Like, for real?
The Chinese government for.
Yeah. Do you think it's made? Do you think it's made, or do you think it was a mistake that went nuts?
I think it was a mistake that went nuts. I think it was a mistake in the lab. I think they were doing some research on this virus and it got out when it shouldn't have. But the Chinese government held back so much information and they lied about it, and they're to blame for this, that it spread like wildfire.
Now, are you mad at Trump for saying awesome stuff?
No, I love him.
I'm not political. I never have been. When I was raised, I guess, quote unquote, Democrat. I've talked about this with other people. I don't believe there's Republican and Democrat anymore. That has changed. It's now really is liberal and conservative. Those words also have other. It's crazy. I've heard people say this many times. It's nuts that we have 400 genders but only 2 political parties, and that's insane. That's insane that you can identify as that, but I can't choose a party. But I do know this. I do know that when Donald Trump talks, at least I'm like, it's coming from someone like me who also doesn't know what's going on, but he's trying to answer questions. And I've done that my entire life.
That's what it is. When he gets caught saying dumb shit, it's because he's in front of people live and he's trying to spitball, which he shouldn't. But I mean, he's gonna say something stupid, like I would say. You know, it's not
people
really.
People voted for him because he's not a politician, and now they're mad that he's not speaking like a politician.
Yeah, exactly.
He used to. Right.
I don't believe in like all the absolutes. Like I have some liberal ideologies that I go by, and like,
the blacks are fine. Yeah, we both. They're great.
Yeah.
You ever seen a light-skinned black woman's ass? That's heaven. That's what heaven is.
Exactly.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad wouldn't let me marry it, but I'd still hang out with it.
Exactly. Light skin, all right.
The gays are great. I don't care. Liberals, you're right on that. Yeah. I don't believe in heaven, so I'm fine with the gays.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll watch a little bit of gay porn.
A little.
I don't care. A little bit.
And by that you mean midget gay porn, which, by the way, I hope's a thing. I'm going to be looking it up soon.
Oh, you don't think I'm going to look that up as soon as I get off this?
Now, would you write gay midget porn or midget gay porn?
Midget gay porn, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to start with the gay.
Yeah, because it would just be too much gay. Did you mean? It's like, no. It's like,
yeah, there's algorithms that are going to get me in trouble. And
I hope there's a black SoundCloud rapper named Algorithm. I really do. If there's not, you're welcome, SoundCloud. Algorithm should be a guy.
Exactly. But the thing is, like I had coronavirus. I had it. I got it.
Like you legit had it. When you were real sick. Yeah, I remember
I was real sick. I had it. My parents had it. My girlfriend had it. Her kids had it. We all got it. We think from her, my girlfriend.
Did the doctor say it's because you're fat?
Yeah, that was the only reason.
They don't need to do that.
It was so fat that it spread to everyone I love.
No, but I love how when they go like, well, you have pre-existing conditions. I'm like, fucking, I don't want you to mansplain my fucking fatness. It's not a pre-existing condition. I'm heavy.
Yeah, you went to school for 7 years to tell me that I eat like I'm going to the electric chair? Thanks.
But can't fit in the electric chair, which is the brilliant move.
Ironically. Yeah. But like yeah, exactly. He's like, you have this pandemic that everyone in the world is getting. You should lose weight. That should. But I actually just tested positive for the antibodies yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm
that's
recovered.
Good, right?
That is good. Yeah.
Look, I forget positive and AIDS is bad. It's like I like that people would rather have AIDS than this.
Oh yeah, I know, because AIDS isn't really a thing anymore.
It's a thing that. I know. I'm not saying I don't know anything about it, but I like when people do that. It's not a thing anymore. Yeah, if you had AIDS, we wouldn't be doing this show. It's a thing.
I'd be doing it somewhere else. Yeah.
If you met a girl and she was an 11 out of 14, of course, we're never going to meet hot ones. But you meet a hot chick and she goes, by the way, I have AIDS. You wouldn't go, that's not a thing anymore. You'd be like, nah.
Thing anymore. It's party.
No rubber. Thank God. I was hoping. My AIDS dar was on. I found you.
Like, I don't hope they have AIDS.
Yeah, but we can't wish. See, if it's not a thing anymore, I can't wish AIDS on people. And I definitely have wished AIDS on a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
so much. There was a comic. I think he still does it once in a while, but he's a Connecticut guy named Jerry Woolley, and Jerry used to always say that on stage. You go, I want to dump a wheelbarrow full of AIDS on you, which I thought was my favorite description of anything. I don't know.
Because when you break it down, it's just like, picture a wheelbarrow full of AIDS.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you this. What in your mind, what color is the AIDS?
Purple.
Me too. I don't know what that is. Oh, I always thought purple.
Oh, we should just make that like a social experiment thing. How many people say purple?
We'll put a purple, those ribbons.
And it's liquid. It's pure liquid, right? Is it?
Yeah. Oh, I would think so. It looks like a witch's brew. It's bubbling a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Welch's grape soda. It's the new. Sorry, Welch's. You're like, why do we have to be the official soda of AIDS?
They are a sponsor of the Pat Oates Show.
Finally got a sponsor. Yeah, take that, Blue Chew. Fuck you. I got AIDS. Finally, the AIDS you want to have. But and also, what this did was this made 9/11 fun to joke about again.
Yeah.
9/11 at least was when that happened. People were still nice to each other. You like the country felt bad for each other.
Yeah.
No one likes each other right now.
No, they tried that whole thing like we're all in this together. No, we're not. Everyone fucking hates each other right now.
Yeah, and now people are making songs called "We're All in This Together." I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, no, we're not.
I saw. So there's some musicians making COVID songs. There's a country music guy named Luke Combs, and I like him because he's a big fat guy and he's got good songs. I'm not a country guy, but I like him. And then I saw he had a new song called 6 Feet Apart. Like, well, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you, you hack comic. What are you doing? What are you doing, you hack? I'm gonna do this, and everybody gets it. I got to talk about it. They don't have to relate your country.
It's relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, who wants to listen to that? It's the saddest song. And no one's gonna play that in a jukebox 10 years from now.
Yeah, exactly.
We all have microchips in our head.
Comedian, once comedy clubs come back, it's gonna be the comedian that has a tape measure on stage to make sure people. That's gonna be the first prop act.
Yeah, I can't wait till Freddie Stone does that. It's gonna be
yeah, exactly.
Paul Veneer in your area. That's who it would be. He's going to have when he attaches those 4 dummies to him, they're going to have to all be 6 feet apart. It's going to be like the whole club is just filled with him, 4 mannequins tied to his dumb body being the Jackson 5. Anyone listening to this, take a second, pause it, Google Paul Veneer. He's the comedy tornado. That's what he calls himself.
Correct.
I was told when I first started doing comedy, I worked with him, and he said to me, at least now you got a credit. You've opened up for the comedy tornado. I thought he was kidding. He was not.
Yeah, you do 15 minutes in front of his 3 hours.
I didn't. I was the host. There was a middle. I did 4. I did 4. Wow. The middle, Dr. J did 10, and then he did 2 hours, and we had to stand in the middle of all his shit.
Jesus Christ!
Like the keyboard where he just goes, "Hey, what's your name, Michael? Did you row the boat ashore?" And it's like, who's getting that joke? Is there a kumbaya session here? Who the fuck's getting the Michael row the boat ashore? How old is your audience? And then he ends his act by singing Billy Joel, but not like song parodies, just singing Billy Joel.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you be less New York, please? Like for a fucking minute. And fuck Billy Joel because he drives like Chinese people. So to me, he's Chinese.
Does exactly every other week he smashes his car into somebody's living room.
Who's your favorite COVID death so far?
Ooh,
Don Shula.
Oh yeah, Don Shula's a good one.
He is. I saw someone post to go, "This COVID's really killing all our legends." I'm like, he was 87.
Yeah, exactly.
COVID didn't kill Don Shula. Not winning that Super Bowl did.
Don Shula's a good one. Remember Melissa Etheridge's son? Was that COVID?
Oh, he died. David Crosby's sperm thing?
Yeah, it was actually a heroin overdose, I think. But he was 21 years old, yeah.
Because his mother was a heroine and she loved him too much.
Oh, there you go, exactly.
Come through my window and don't jump out like Eric Clapton's Baby. That should be the sequel to this. Those songs now go together. Ooh, I like that. Come through my window, Tears in Heaven. The remix. I like it a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a fun death. What's the other? Oh, Jerry Stiller.
Jerry Stiller, yep.
We have to all pretend like he was legendary because he was good at yelling.
Because everybody I know has a picture with him except for me. And
yeah.
How many comics had to post a picture of them with Jerry Stiller?
I like when somebody dies that's from the East Coast, and I know I get to go on Instagram and see E-Rock and Chris Johnson have pictures with them. That's the 2 people. And I'm like, if you haven't taken a picture with Chris Johnson, you haven't done anything in New York ever. I love it. And I love Chris. I haven't seen him in forever.
Oh, absolutely.
Hilarious. But Chris, between the music thing and the comedy thing and the incredible opening for Practical Joke and all that stuff, he's met everyone. Every picture, he's smiling, and they look in the picture. The other person looks like they're enjoying it too. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. In the E-Rock pictures, it's always like E-Rock's not happy, they're not happy because they probably just got yelled at by O and A 20 years ago, and they don't know what to do with the picture.
Exactly.
Do you have any pictures with famous people?
I have Snow, who sang Informer.
What?
Yeah.
Like now Snow, or was it back then Snow?
It was in 2002. I met him in
when was that song big? That was 1990.
Yeah, that was the early
93.
In the early 2000s, he was touring with Sean Paul, and I met him at a resort in Jamaica I was staying
He
at.
opened for Sean Paul, right?
He opens for Sean Paul,
okay,
yeah.
I was wondering, like, did Sean Paul open for Informer?
Dude,
boom, boom, down.
I went to the concert that he was doing with Sean Paul, and he has like Snow on one sleeve and Informer on the other one, so you know
who he is.
Yeah,
he has to.
And, exactly. Like we met him at the resort we were staying at because he was with a bunch of people from MTV, and like nobody knew who he was right away until we found out, and then we partied with him for like 4 days, and he doesn't drink. He just does cocaine all day long.
He's Canadian, right?
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Yeah, so I'm sure he's nice even on cocaine.
Yeah, very nice guy. Dude, he hung out with me till like 5 a.m. explaining like what Informer meant, like what the words of the song.
Of course he did. Mike, no one else cares. You're the only person that would care. Like in 93, he would never do that.
I was the only person on
yeah.
Show, only because he was generous with his cocaine, you know? So
yeah, his name is Snow. His name is Snow. Exactly. It's not because he's white. Yeah. It's because he does lots of cocaine.
Exactly.
He's Canadian and he sings like he's reggae. That's drugs. That's what drugs do in 1993.
Exactly.
He's probably one of that era, a little bit earlier. Him, what was his name? The Hispanic guy, Geraldo. Was it Geraldo? Not Geraldo.
Oh yeah, the guy that sang Rico Suave. No,
not Rico. Ade, Suave. Yeah. Like those two were my favorite one-hit wonders ever because they were created by some lab to go, this is what young women like. Foreign and weird. Do this.
Exactly.
What was his name? What the fuck was his name?
It wasn't Geraldo. That was Rivera.
I know. I was thinking it's not that. But it was like
Gerardo?
That. Gerardo. That was
Gerardo.
it.
Yeah.
Gerardo. Which is his probably real name was Gerard, and he was from Michigan. They're like, let's make you Spanish. You're Gerardo.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to be dead of AIDS, right?
I believe so. He's got to be.
Who's your favorite
when it used
AIDS?
to be a thing? My favorite AIDS is probably always going to be Freddie Mercury, I think.
Yeah, mine's Pedro from The Real World.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, he was a good AIDS.
That was a great AIDS.
Him and Puck coming together with that weird. Yeah. Puck had all those legions, like he had AIDS, but he didn't. He had scabs and shit. That was when reality shows really were like, what the fuck are they putting on TV? Why is this awful man with this guy named Puck? Anyway,
Puck was the worst person in the world.
Pedro had so much AIDS.
Yeah.
Arthur Ashe is a good AIDS.
That's a good AIDS.
Because he didn't even get it in the fun AIDS ways. He didn't fuck. He didn't do drugs. He got it through a blood transfusion.
Yeah, exactly.
God was like, oh, you think being black and playing tennis is bad enough? Here's some AIDS.
I'll sprinkle some AIDS on you. I'm not going to give you the wheelbarrow treatment, but
no, we can't pour the purple on you since you already are. Hey-o. God, Jesus Christ. That was a deep cut.
That was good.
Thanks, God. Arthur Asshole, think you're right in there. Yeah. He was a good AIDS. Magic Johnson is the worst AIDS.
It's the worst AIDS. There's nothing fun about it.
Tommy Gunn, Tom Morrison.
Yeah.
He had some good AIDS.
Yeah.
How did he get his AIDS?
I don't
needles? Know. I mean, he was jacked. I didn't think he was a drugs guy, but
I didn't think he was a drugs guy though. I don't know how he got them. Maybe just
he doesn't look like a butt fucking guy.
Yeah. Maybe just women, a lot of women. Maybe I don't know.
If you were Magic Johnson, what would you rather have? AIDS that you never die from, but you always have AIDS, or that son?
That son is awful.
That son looked just like him, and then looked like him if he dressed in drag. It's insane. It's like it was almost like his wife. I think his wife did that. His wife was like, why is she being so cool with this? He cheated on her. He got AIDS. He did all these things. He fucked up their whole lives. She's a joke, whatever. She's like, oh, I won't sue you, whatever. I'll raise our son to be your nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
RuPaul to the worst degree. A poor man's RuPaul.
Yep.
Goo Paul. That's what it is. Ugh, just gross.
I'm taking Infinity AIDS any day over that kid.
I would watch that Avengers. Oh my God, he has the glove, he hits it, and everyone gets half of them get AIDS.
Oh, great idea.
Infinity AIDS. Oh my God, we have time to make this.
We do. I know.
I've seen some bad Zoom movies and stuff. We could do the Infinity AIDS. We're each in a square. We're all acting it out. It's like
That's if Robert Downey Jr. never got his act together. He's Infinity AIDS.
Thank God he got his act together so he could pretend he's a cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's somebody that. Oh, Charlie Sheen is a good AIDS.
Oh, great AIDS. That's
great AIDS.
He's not like gonna die of it. That's a good AIDS. That was a surprising AIDS. He probably gave it to
Were
Corey.
you really surprised that he had AIDS?
No.
Tiger blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't he have? Is that what his thing? Was his thing Tiger blood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a tiger blood.
Yeah, and then the Tiger King happened probably from his blood.
Yeah.
What if he fucked the Tiger King? He could have.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Did you watch that Tiger King?
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Did you? You really didn't?
I didn't.
I was watching it because everyone was talking about it.
Right.
Wasn't the first episode didn't get me, but once I got like past the second, third episode, I was hooked. And
that's what I hear, and it's just I think it became one of those since everyone watched it, I didn't, and also everyone's jokes about the Carol lady just made me go, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It became so hacky so quick that I was just like, I will eventually watch it, but I'll wait a while. I mean, I want to see Nicolas Cage play him.
Yeah, that's gonna be phenomenal.
Nicolas Cage should have AIDS.
I'm sure he does. His son probably does.
Who's your favorite movie AIDS?
Favorite Tom Hanks, Philadelphia.
Yeah. But also Antonio Banderas in Philadelphia wearing a Navy suit dancing with him is my favorite gay moment in the history of gay moments. Better than Patrick Swayze's karate in Roadhouse where his shirt's off and the two guys watch that homoerotic scene. Antonio Banderas not being famous yet and just being hired to be the handsome thing that Tom Hanks fucks and they both dress like Navy men is my favorite gay moment in the history of gay moments.
Like the gay joke in the meeting in the movie, it was like just pours a quarter of hot yogurt on your back. Like that was like my favorite thing because I was like young and I didn't quite get it when it came out.
Right, but I knew it was funny and I knew hot yogurt sounded gross and so being gay. It's like I was like, oh, it means being gay is gross, like hot liquid. And then so when you're older, someone goes, it means jizz. You're like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
The Matrix opened up. It's like, I'm now seeing everything.
Yeah, and that's when I decided to become a comedian.
When I was a kid, I was in the Cub Scouts, and we one of the kids in the Cub Scouts, his father, we didn't have a mayor in our town. We had like a selectman, whatever. So they brought us to the town hall and we all went there. It was like, I would say like fourth grade, probably. And they brought us all there and we're sitting in this conference room and then the adults went in another room. They left us alone for a couple minutes. And one of the kids, I've told this on the podcast before, but it fits here. One of the kids brought a nudie magazine with them. And it was like Swank or it was a nasty one.
Like the nasty one? Yeah.
Yeah. And he pulled it out, a magazine, and it was in it. There was a woman that said like Jill's first time. She had 80s hair and she had pantyhose on, but you could see her bush underneath. And she said, I love cock. And I said, she likes poop. And my friend goes, cock means penis now. And I was like, what? And I'll always remember he said like
that's
now.
Like graduating from like, from cock means poop to cock means penis.
Yeah, he goes, it means penis now. like I was like, oh, it graduated. And I was like, oh, because first I thought she was gross. And I'm like, oh, I guess it's not bad if she likes I thought she liked to eat poop. I was like, this lady's weird.
That's even hotter.
Yeah. And this lady, maybe if she stopped eating poop, somebody give her a shirt. Just out there being scared. You're in New York, right?
Yeah.
But not in the city.
No, I'm on Long Island.
Are you clapping for nurses?
I'm not like physically clapping for nurses. There's a hospital like right across the street from my house.
Do you boo them? I'd boo them.
Yeah, I know. You're doing your job. Come on. I'm unemployed. Everything I love is gone right now, and you're getting paid to do your job.
Yeah, and what about the fucking doctors? I talked about this. Why was no one cheering on the doctors?
Yeah.
They're the real ones. Like I said this on another podcast. I said, okay, so if you're a good host on a show, that's great and all, but people want the headliner. The doctor's the headliner.
Yeah, exactly.
The nurse just opens the stupid show.
Yeah, congratulations, you wiped his ass. There you
Yeah. Congratulations. We found out you had too many breaks.
go. Yeah.
Because now you can choreograph fucking dance moves.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm supposed to be in class. I got in an argument. I'm going to talk about this on my next POS thing, but like, I got in an argument with a comic on Twitter about it because he was like, it's like you shouldn't make jokes about them. Because I made a joke saying that I go, remember that conspiracy that there's been no birds since the 80s, that Reagan replaced them with robots and their cameras spying on us. I'm like, same thing, but nurses are bots and they're here to make viral dance videos. And he's like, should you really be silly about them in this time? I go, fuck you. Like, yes, this is when you make the joke.
Fuck this time. We're supposed to be extrapolating all the things and trying to make some funny out of it and pick things apart. And that's all we have right now. Everything's been taken away from us.
Right. But, and first of all, way to use extrapolating. I enjoyed that. That was really good. I like that. I can't wait till you turn the camera and the word of the day is on the desk and extrapolating. It's like,
I hope somebody calls me to do a podcast so I can use this word.
Yeah. It's like, what's the Urban Dictionary term? It's like, my ex-girlfriend, she used to like putting a dildo in me. She would extrapolate my ass. And that wasn't a black voice. That was Irish. Just so for people out there think I'm racist. No, that was a very Irish voice.
Northern Ireland.
Fried corned beef. That's what it was. I think nurses are starting to become the new teachers, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. You're bragging about your job.
Yep.
And that comes from comedians. I know we brag about our jobs.
Yeah.
But we don't use it as an excuse. I mean, some do. I don't like it when you've dealt with this. A comedian will say something super fucked up and just go under the blanket of, well, I'm a comedian. Like, well, no. You still have to be funny, and it still has to make sense.
Exactly.
If you're going to say something awful, you can't just blanket it out, well, I'm a comedian. Same way, teachers are so mad now that they found out that this Zoom could do their job better.
I know, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Bill Gates has said it's what we're going to do. And I said it on my podcast 4 weeks ago. So me and Gates are the same. Change the G to an O, and it's Oates, baby. We're the same folks. Same folks. Except Bill has money, and I've lost all my money. Same as you. No gigs. I lost my part-time radio gig. I had to take a retail job.
Yeah, well, really?
I haven't worked for people in 10 years. It's been real. I'm in a retail store stocking shelves. It's weird.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of comics doing that now too. It's just, I lost my day job, I lost my comedy job, I lost, everything's gone.
And it's like, are you doing any of the Zoom shows?
I'm not. I've done a couple. No money.
No, but you're doing. How is it? Is it weird? I won't do it.
Honestly, I did one, and it was for like these mental health providers, and every week at 12:30 they do a half-hour comedy show for them.
Okay.
And it's one comedian. I did it. There were about 60 people watching, all with the volume, with their mute off, so you could hear the laughs, and it was actually pretty cool.
And they were attentive. My problem is that when you're sitting at home, no matter what, you're gonna think I could whisper, and then you'd hear 60 whispers.
Yeah, you know what it is? You could tell if their mute is on, and everybody keeps their mute off so that you could hear the laughter. So nobody's whispering, and they're all in their offices basically because they're all working. Yeah. And so it really, I guess it's just a situation, but that was an ideal situation, and it worked pretty well. You hear the 50 laughs coming through.
And how about the timing for you?
Timing, after about 2 minutes, you catch on to it.
Really?
At first, there's a little bit of a delay, but and you could tell, if the timing's a little bit off. But after about 2 minutes, you catch on to it, and you feel the laughs. You
opened with talking about how weird it was, right? I think that's what you have to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I think you have to take that elephant right out of the room. You can't start with it. I'm a firm believer in comedy. You should start with an opening joke and gain trust. But in that situation, if you don't bring it up, they're going to be like, is this guy really trying to tell me a joke right now?
Oh, yeah. You could see, like, right into my boiler room where I had my camera set up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in my parents' basement right now telling jokes to people, like, but it's like kind of like when you're at a theater and it takes a couple of seconds for the laughs to come in.
Right. Did you sit down? Did you stand up? What'd you do?
I stood up.
Yeah.
I stood up.
Did you have a mic? Did you have a whole thing?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't have like a wooden spoon or something, But
you know who's gonna flourish in these shows? The Indian comics that always use like fucking white, like the screens.
Yeah, exactly.
They're always like, here is the pie chart. Look at these. They're so ready for this.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I don't think clubs are going to open for a while.
No, and the ones that are opening are going to be 25% capacity.
Yeah,
I think,
Florida's being dumb. I know that everyone's saying they're doing the right thing. It's gonna come back and haunt them.
yeah.
Even if they're healthy and safe, people. If you're someone looking for money in lawsuits, this is your time to shine.
Oh,
You're gonna
absolutely.
go there. You could go there with COVID. They're not testing everyone that walks in. You could
Yeah,
go in
exactly.
there, then come out and say you got it from there, and then
Yeah,
sue that place. If I owned a building, I'd be
that's
afraid
true.
of the insurance.
Yeah,
I'd be taking people's temperatures. I would swab them. I would
yeah.
get COVID tests like Rogan. And I'd get that, and I'd be at the door, and I'd jam it in their nose and pull it out. It's a 2 swab minimum. I jam you twice, pull it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I would
You're right.
do it.
I completely agree. I agree.
If you're a waitress, you want to work there. I don't want to work there.
I don't want to work there either.
Well, they're gonna wear masks. Can they drink?
No, yeah, and I don't think they could drink. And like you said, you're gonna have 25% of the tables that you're gonna be serving. You're not gonna be making any money.
Well, I mean, even if you could serve
putting
them,
health at risk.
they can't drink or eat. You can't take the mask off. I'm assuming, unless they're gonna let them wear no mask. But then I don't.
No way. There's no way they're not gonna have to wear.
And the comic's gonna have to wear a mask.
Yeah, right. And every comic has to bring their own microphone that they're gonna start doing.
Yeah, and then the mask, they're all gonna draw like they're gonna write like their Twitter handle on their mask. It's gonna look like NASCAR and shit. They're all fucking sat up there. It's gonna be so dumb. But like that would be. I don't want to do any Zoom shows, but I would do a Zoom show before I did one of those. Someone did ask me recently, would I do one of those like like the old speakeasy type shows, like no one knows that we're gonna do it, but they don't want to do mass. They want to keep it real small, like a private party thing. And at first I'm like, yeah, rebel stuff. Then I was like, no, I won't do it.
Yeah, no,
I'm saying I would, but I wouldn't do it. And also, nobody. That would be an awful audience. The people that make the choice the ones that are gonna come out first are awful people.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They're derelicts. They're not gonna.
Yeah.
And I know. Everyone's trying to put on shows. I know people are wanting to open back up. We don't know what's happening. And now, listen, I would love to make money, but comedy clubs don't have money to give you.
Yeah, and listen to the experts. They don't even know what the fuck is going on.
And as much as we like to joke that, what do you mean laughter is not essential? What do you mean our jobs don't matter? Yeah. Comedy shows don't matter. Does it? I think evolving, being good distractions for people, doing podcasts, writing things, making fun posts, being there, being that laugh they can have while they're sitting at home hating life. I think that's essential. We can actually make them laugh in a way that other people can't. I think if you do this right, the ones that do come out of this focusing right are going to have a stronger fan base than they ever had, because people are going to feel like they got together. My Patreon has gotten stronger. I've been doing 2 podcasts a week. People are enjoying. I'm havhaving good guests. I got to have you. I got to have a lot of the Compound guys on. I had Gino on. I had a lot of good people, and people are enjoying that because they're all there sitting there. It's a lot of fun.
I've been doing so many podcasts, and I've been releasing some content. I just got like 100 new followers on my comedy page on Facebook, and it is.
People are bored, and they're going to latch on because they've watched everything on Netflix. They've finished Pornhub. They've done it all. They're done. Except they didn't know about the
porn.
You beat me to it. I was going to say it. Like, dude, gay midget porn.
Great minds.
Great minds, midget, gay, fuck alike. Now I think it would be adorable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What color are they in your mind? Purple, right?
It's like 2 little eggplant emojis.
Gay. Imagine that. You're a midget, which is already there are. How many? What do you think there's more of? Midgets or transgender people? Like for real?
I'm saying true.
Not poser trans.
Yeah, exactly. But I'd say there's more midgets because I don't think there are that many true transgender people. I think most.
How many midgets are there?
I'm gonna look that up, but I would say like one. What is it? Like 1 in probably 1,000 people are a midget, and you take that by like 6 billion.
You think it's that many?
I don't know.
1 out of every 1,000 people.
Maybe
how
not.
Many? Think about it. When you see a midget, it's a thing. You're like,
whoa.
Yeah. You don't see
midget working a regular job.
Right, but when you see that midget once, then you see that same one midget that's in your matrix the whole time. You keep running into that midget. You don't see a plethora.
Yeah, like there's a hospital, like I said, across the street from my house, and at the where you get the parking pass, there's a midget working there. Every time I pass the hospital, I'm like, oh, that's the booth where the midget works.
The midget, not a midget.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's true.
I would say it's 1 in every 200,000.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think there's that many. And we
I'm
wouldn't
definitely
really
gonna look
know
that up.
we wouldn't know if they're the same. Let's look it up right now. What the fuck?
All right.
Midgets. Let's both
How
look
many-
it up while we're
How
talking
many
here.
midgets are there? Yeah.
How, I don't think we're gonna get what we want. The other day, I tried to look up the life expectancy of retarded people, and it didn't give me what I wanted. I wanted to know if they died earlier, but it was like it broke down into like levels of tard. It's like, if you're super tard, you die faster, but like it didn't really give you an age. Now, are you looking America or world?
This one is most recommended, most common.
Are in the world. That came up pretty quick. The most, I think we found this. 15 out of every 100,000 live births.
All right. Oh,
Is
this is probably not a
the most
stillborn.
stillborn midget. Which, by the way, if we quit comedy and start a punk band, stillborn midget, dude, that's a fucking killer. I'd buy a patch that's stillborn midget on it.
Oh yeah.
SBM. SBM.
There it
SBM. Oh, and the logo would be fucking awesome.
With 2 X's over the eyes.
It would just be this giant fucking forehead and then like a wrinkled prune body. It just with 2 X's. Yeah, that's it. The 2, no, instead of X's, it says S and then B for the eyes and then M over the mouth.
Oh, I like it.
Stillborn. You know what we'd play? Soft jazz.
If comedy's not back by July, I think we're doing it.
Yeah, we'd be a soft jazz band. Everyone's like, that name's a little fierce. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we were going through something, and
It's
yeah,
like, it's like I this is a joke I tried to work on once, and it never flew. I tried it twice. I said, I went up to some lady came up to me and said, she had a baby, and she said it was stillborn, and I go, well, that's great. And she goes, what do you mean that's great? It's awful. It died. I go, oh, I thought you meant it was stillborn. Like
it was sick, but it was still born.
Yeah, it was born. It's been here the whole time. It's still born. I'm still born.
Oh.
Yeah, people weren't latching on. No matter how I tried to word it, I tried to make it. I'm the good guy. I'm the bad guy. I tried to make conversation. I heard did not matter.
It's just that word just fucking kills people.
And I tried to say that's gonna be the final series in the Bourne identity. Stillborn.
Oh, but that's another movie we could make. Is Jason Stillborn? He's actually like a dead baby.
We find out the whole time that he's been a dead baby.
Been a dead baby, yeah. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
M. Night Shyamalan should make a dead baby movie that at the end the dead baby made the movie. You're like, what? How did it? Because dead babies are still alive for the first 13 seconds, and the movie's only 13 seconds long. Dun, dun, dun. There you go.
There you go. M. Night Shyamalan twist.
We didn't have many abortions, just abortion.
We had abortion.
Abortion. That's like the other one I tried. I've tried a couple things with words that don't work out well, and the other one is with autistic and Asperger's. I'm like, I hear they're both bad, but I think autistic is more adorable because it's like autistic.
It's got an "all" in front of it.
Yeah, who would eat an Asperger? Nobody. No, thank you. I might be hungry, but I'm going to go. I mean, I don't know exactly where ground beef comes from, but I hope it's not from the ass.
Yeah, I'll take all over ass any day of the week.
Yeah, I'll think so. I'll take a hoof. throw me a hoof patty, because as long as I got some cheese on that shit, I'll eat a hoof patty.
Exactly.
Now, I don't think it's right that people are getting mad at Chinese people.
No.
I don't think it's right because I'll joke around and stuff, but Chinese people in America, one guy did it.
One guy did it, and it's China. It's the government.
Oh, by the way, that's his name, one guy.
Wuhan John. It was
one guy stupid. Oh,
but that's his people that got upset at Trump for saying China virus, and they're blaming him for Chinese people getting attacked. No, if you think that we're attacking an ethnicity and not a country, then you're an idiot.
Well, everyone's brushing over the fact that the Chinese started to try to blame us.
Yeah, they were blaming our soldiers.
So Trump was like, fuck you. Like, what Trump did was a kid got in trouble at school. Trump's the dad. He came in and talked to the principal. The principal goes, it's because your kid's a shitty kid. And then he went, fuck you. You're a shitty teacher. That's what he just did. He just tried to defend his kid.
That it was. And then people were blaming people that are attacking Chinese people. That was happening before Trump said China virus, first of all, and it's gonna happen. Plus, black people don't like Chinese people to begin with. I don't think.
And calling it Kung Flu is a great
Yeah.
bit. It's a great bit.
All right, exactly.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, don't take that away from us.
No, don't take away that. We need that.
Yeah.
I tried to make up chinken pox, but that didn't work because no one gets little marks on them. I like the Kawasaki one or whatever.
Yeah.
That I like that someone who's naming this is just now being more racist than anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Kawasaki. It's like I don't have that. I have the Honda one.
Yeah. I have the Mitsubishi measles.
I got the Mitsubishis. I can't stop pooping. I got the Mitsubishis over here.
China, that's Japan. They're all the same.
Japandemic. That's what happened.
There you go.
Speaking of Asian people, I'll go right there. I love that Kim Jong-un faked his own death to see who traitors were.
That's phenomenal.
He's an awful person.
I've never not liked that guy. I know.
He's living the best life. He's friends with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. He plays basketball with Dennis Rodman. He eats what he wants. He's a chain smoker. He gets drunk. He fucks everything. Like
he killed his uncle with a missile.
Yeah, yeah.
He tied his uncle to a tree, hid behind a rock like he was Wile E. Coyote, and he went to the Acme store and blasted his uncle in the chest with a fucking missile. And he made someone else clean it up.
Oh, absolutely.
He didn't clean up the uncle mess.
No.
He used a missile.
Go clean up my uncle.
His family, the whole country is being like starved and treated like shit, and he's wasting missiles on disputes with his uncle.
And he's like the fat kid that lives next door to Pee Wee Herman, just in a big bathtub.
Yeah. Oh, I love him. Oh, Francis. Yeah. He's like Francis.
Yeah, Francis. He's Francis Herman. Yeah. But I know he's a terrible person, and the poor people he's the human rights violations. But I've never not liked Kim Jong-un. He's a fucking.
If you're gonna be a dictator, that's how you do it. Yep. His dad had his dad was in charge. His dad had like 12 people on the cabinet, whatever, his close-knit group. When Kim Jong-un took over, now 10 of those people are dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you rather be one of those 10 or the two guys wondering when they're gonna die?
I know, right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You don't make any moves. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if his uncle was like, you know what, Kim Jong, I'm tired of your shit. Go to your room. He's like, I will. But first, help me outside real quick. I can't find something next to this tree. Oh. I don't know why I made him Yoda. I don't know how to do a good Kim Jong-un. Oh.
That was another Irish impression.
Missile, I say. Just missile blasting Uncle Chess. Oh, imagine blasting someone with a missile launch. Fire it away.
I know.
Faked his own death.
And
then said to and everybody wanted to fuck his sister.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Like, she's not going to be fun.
I know.
The sister of Kim Jong-un was not going to be a good time.
And that sex is just, you're just going to have the weight of the world is on your shoulders having sex with her. Do you know if you make a wrong move, you're dead?
I don't think she has sex.
Yeah.
I think she just she watches people have sex, then kills them after. That's the move. Then she hits them with a missile. They just all have missiles.
There you go.
They just blast people like they're Call of Duty. They just walk around a corner and blast people. That'd be great if he was playing. I play real life Call of Duty. I don't play real game. Headset. People call me stupid chink. I'm like, I ain't Kim Jong-un. You don't yell at me, 12-year-old boy in Indiana. I blast you with missile. Yeah.
That's true. And he's definitely banging his sister.
I've never played Call of Duty, but I hear that's what the conversations are like.
Yeah. I've never played either, but
I'm not. Are you a video game? What are you doing now with all this free time that you didn't do before? Anything?
I'm watching a lot of Netflix. I watched all of Bloodline. I watched Dead to Me. Carla's got a daughter. I play with her a lot though. You
guys are all together?
No, Carla lives about 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah, but you guys are able to see each other. No one's being.
Yeah, we all see each other because we all had the virus and shit. Right. So we see each other. We have dinner like every night.
You need that. You need that.
That's what it is, man. It's just like I can't see friends or anything. I can't go out. I had to at least have like some family.
Yeah, weirdly enough, taking the retail job was a blessing in disguise because I'm seeing people.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know the people, but it's like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm interacting. I was just stuck here, and I can't even see my kids because I don't drive, and they're farther away. They came over a couple of times, but it makes more sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Their mom doesn't have COVID or anything, but she's ill. She has an illness, and so therefore don't want to expose anyone, especially with me going back and forth to a retail. I'm wearing masks and shit.
No,
By the way, have
absolutely
you burped in a mask?
No, I have not.
I did that the other day. It's fucking gross.
Really?
Fucking gross. I burped. I forgot what I ate something dumb. Oh, a burrito.
Oh,
A Moe's burrito. And then I had the mask on and I burped and it just hotboxed my face and it was the worst fucking thing. It was so gross. I don't know if you do that. I'm gonna find out right now if I'm a weirdo or not. When you go to a urinal, do you spit in the urinal?
I do.
Me too. I always naturally spit.
Yeah.
But when I went to work, I had the mask on and didn't think about it, and I spit in the mask because I didn't think. I just naturally, and I was like, oh, and I had to go get another mask. I just fired a shot in my own face.
Yeah, I always spit in the urinal. I've been times where like I'll be drinking out of a straw and I'll hold it up against the mask. You forget you're wearing it.
Yeah,
that's kind of hot.
But you spit. It is super hot. I had on the episode a couple weeks ago. I had this guy from Ohio, Joe D's, on, and we were talking about how the mask is bringing back noticing women's and men's body parts because now that they have a mask on, it's not like you can go, oh, Sally, with the big tits, red mask, her. But you know who's fucking killing it with masks? Women with mustaches.
True.
They don't have to do their eye makeup anymore.
They have all the confidence in the world now, yeah.
Because they were doing so much black cat eyeliner to draw you away from that dumb caterpillar on their face. Now with the mask on, it's like, ooh, look at you.
Exactly. It's called, I think, eyeling now instead of smiling. I think they call it.
Look at you. You better patent that motherfucker. The eyeling. I know, right? Eyeling is actually the name of the guy who ate the bats. I like to find names for the podcast, and Ling is it. There we are. Ling. Oh my goodness. So, and how about is Carla working?
No, she was laid off too. She's an attorney, and so the courts were closed.
So, some courts are open, but not like most places have cut it down to one, and they're only taking certain cases, and that's all they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So they closed the courts here. So only a couple people from our office are doing anything, and she's laid off. And
how old's the kid?
She's a 5-year-old and a 17-year-old.
Okay, so does the 5-year-old get it?
She kind of gets it. Like it's like sad though. Like we'll be going to a store. She's like, "Oh, I can't go in. I don't have a mask." I'm like, "Oh, it's sad that like a kid has to, And she kind of gets it. Like she's like, like she was very dramatic one day. She's like, "I don't want to die from the kimono virus."
Oh, kimono virus. Oh, I like that a lot. Nobody wants to die from the kimono dragon virus at all.
Exactly.
That's it.
But yeah, but then like she realized like we all had it, Juliana. So you see, it's not that bad. It's not something to be scared of. So.
Right. No, that without a doubt, and I think people need to know that too. I mean, it's funny how everyone's going to go, it's like the flu. It's like the flu, but they're not saying it like when you get sick. I know, yes, okay, everyone who's now read a USA Today or whatever, oh, so many people die from the flu. You don't know fucking anyone who's died of the flu.
Yeah,
no one knows anyone who's died of the flu. Yeah. Ever. I've had the flu like 2 times in my life. I know people that get the flu all the time. Never died from it at all. No one even thought about death. I get it. There are other symptoms too that they're dying from. This is a virus. Our bodies will learn how to deal with it. We will get better. But the problem's going to be for kids. I'm saying like 5 to my son is 14. My daughter, and he's probably a little above the age. I think about 5 to 12. When they get older, this is going to be a weird time in their memories, and they're going to have some phobias that they're going to be built through this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My cousin was around maybe like 8 or 9 years old during 9/11, and it fucked him up for the rest of his life. Like, he's just like what he was like one of those like paranoid fucking wannabe military things now.
Paranoid wannabe military things. Those are my favorite. We salute you. Paranoid military wannabe things. I hate to say it. I live in Connecticut. I mean, I didn't give a fuck about 9/11.
Yeah.
I didn't. I mean,
I did
it
for
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like it because I was trying to. The Yankees they should have won.
Yeah, I know. Come on, the Diamondbacks really fucking fucked us
How
that
the
year.
fuck did and they had twin towers? They had fucking Johnson and Schilling.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did anybody fly a plane into them? Why didn't Matsui or Suzuki or somebody fucking crush
Corey
them?
Lytle could have flew a plane into them. Yeah.
What the fuck, Corey? Where were you? Where the fuck
Yeah,
were you?
exactly.
You know, I mean, I've been a Yankee fan my whole life. Here's one thing I did not know. Somebody made a joke to me the other day about it was some random thing like about coming out of left field. I'm like, what are you, Ricky? They said, what are you, Ricky Leday? It was just like a random thing.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm more of a Chad Curtis guy. And they go, oh, so you're a sexual abuser? And I go, wait, what? I had no idea. And I Googled, I'm like, what the fuck did Chad Curtis do?
Really? Did he? I didn't even know.
You didn't know that either? No, Chad Curtis is an awful bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just found out that my doctor did not authorize my refill for my anxiety medication. Thanks, doctor.
I just got that too. I just had to refill something, and my insurance ran out because of my company. I got laid off, and now I'm trying to get my. It's like something I would have paid $13 for. It's like $180 now from some of my prescriptions.
I've got the same insurance as a fat black woman with 6 kids, so I don't pay for shit. It's great.
Yeah.
And so it's like I never pay for medication, but like I haven't been taking anxiety stuff, but recently it's been higher, so I was like I took it, and they're probably not used to me refilling it, so
Yeah.
I'll have to call, but now it's too late. Goddamn doctors, all that. How dare you?
That fat black lady thing, but it doesn't kick in until June 1st. So
They don't. They're always late.
yeah. There you go.
Medea Goes to Quarantine is going to be a huge movie. I can't wait to it. You better stay 6 feet back from this ass. You better stay back. You won't know what's bad for you. Oh, there's going to be so
wash
many.
your hands, Elroy.
Wash your hand. Wash your mouth. You better wash out. Better recognize. Oh, there's going to be so many dumb movies like that. The Wayans brothers are going to make some fun fucking quarantine shit.
Yeah, I know.
I want to make the quarantine Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where they just stay in their shell the entire time. They're like, we're not coming out. It's scary.
Yeah.
Fuck you. It's instead of Splinter, it's now a bat. It's Binter. And he's like, oh, I got chew on me for a while.
Be an Asian bat, yeah.
I just think that what happened was some guy made a wish. He was like, I'm so hungry I can eat a bat. And it was one of those, like, when you read those fables where it's like the wish comes with a bad thing, it's like, well, you can eat a bat, but millions of people will die. He's like, well, as long as I don't know him, I don't care.
Yeah. If you press this button, yeah.
I think what happened was, you know how some places, like, you know, like in like Iowa, there's that field where they did Field of Dreams. So that's their thing. They tell people, hey, come out and see the cornfield that was in Field of Dreams. And that's like their whole lives. Like, or somewhere else where they have a dinosaur park. I think Wuhan was having trouble getting tourists. And they're like, we got to come up with something that's going to get people to come see us. And they're like, we'll do this.
Like people visit like Nagasaki now. And
is that the new N-word? If you went to Wuhan and you went there, if I was a prostitute, I would give out Wuhan jobs.
Gotta wear gloves.
If maybe, but definitely wear a mask with a hole in it. The new glory hole. It's just a mask with a hole in it.
Confucius say, "Men who eat bat eat for a day and die for eternity." Something like that.
Confucius say, "You could teach a bat to eat soup." If you teach bat to make soup, it have soup forever.
Give a man a bat he eat for a day. Teach a man to bat.
Two bats in a hand, one in a bush. Like, that's not even it. It's like,
there you go.
But now batshit crazy's back. I like that.
That's right. It's not mad cow disease. It's batshit crazy.
Do you know what that's from?
No.
Batshit has some kind of thing in it, like guama, some word. I'm not smart. That shit, people would be like in caves. If that shit hits you, it can make you delusional. Therefore, batshit crazy.
Really? I didn't know that.
I love sayings like that before the internet, somehow someone told everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my favorite thing when people, like, how do we all know black people have big dicks?
Yeah, from just word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Oh, whose mouth?
Word of fat white girl's mouth.
Hey, you guys. Oh, sorry, it's cramping. Do you guys know about black chicks? The jaw's a little stuck. Here's another bit I've tried to work out that didn't work. I've tried to say that when Abe Lincoln gave the Emancipation Proclamation, he called all the black people. He's like, "Hey, black guys, come here for a minute. I freed you. Sorry. I know it's not enough." They're like, "What about reparations?" Like, "Well, no, we can't do that. But what if I tell everyone your dicks are big?" I think that would work.
That was like the last line of the Emancipation Proclamation.
He put the man in emancipation. Mike, where can people follow you? Thank you for doing this, by the way. I really appreciate you jumping on. It was cool. So, where can they follow you? Where can they see you? What do you want to do?
Mike Keegan on Facebook. Mike Keegan Comedy on Facebook is my comedy page, and then MCJ Keegs on Instagram.
Nice. And you have a podcast, right?
I do. It's called Domestic Disturbance. We usually record every Friday night, and it's on govsradio.com, govsradio.com.
They can watch it live, or
they can watch it live on Govs Radio. Yeah.
And when it's off there, do you drop it everywhere else too, like Apple? And
yeah, we drop it. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. Everything they can find it. The Domestic Disturbance podcast. It's me, my girlfriend, my buddy Tim Saliani, and me and my girlfriend fight about politics for an hour.
Nice. Are you guys doing it Zoom now, or are you doing it together?
We're doing it in Zoom. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we all learned Zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the worst.
No, it's not. I like it. It's good.
It works. Forever, when I was doing my podcast, I always told myself I could only do it live. And if I couldn't get a guest to come in, I didn't want to do it by myself, I would skip weeks. And I wouldn't want to do that. Now, I don't know and this isn't because of COVID, I don't know if I want people coming in.
I know. Exactly. This is perfect. Yeah.
It's also, but then you can also get guests you like. Like you're far away. I'm like, how am I going to see him? And now I can just hit you up, and we're doing it within an hour. So
yeah, you know how many podcasts I've canceled because it's raining and I don't feel like driving into the city. Like this is great.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't do that.
I know.
What are you doing? Dude, thank you so much for doing it, man. We'll talk soon.
Excellent, man. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.